Everyone is going to like what I'm about to say. In fact, some dermatologists, estheticians, and cosmetic practitioners will strongly disagree with me. And that's not because they're bad people, not because they don't want the best for their patients, but because what I have to share will challenge the very foundation of how they've been taught to think about aging and anti-aging solutions. The conventional model of anti-aging is based on treating what you can see on the surface. A wrinkle appears, so we fill it. A muscle folds the skin, so we freeze it with Botox. Pigmentation shows up, so we bleach it with hydroquinone. Skin becomes looking loose, so we tighten it with heat-based lasers. All these treatments can render instant results, but can be detrimental to our skin and our health in the long term. And very little attention is paid to what matters most. Why are we aging in the first place? Stay with me till the end of this video, because in the next 7 to 10 minutes, you will change the way you think about aging radically. Because once you understand the real drivers of wrinkles, volume loss, pigmentation, sagging, and skin thinning, you'll realize that the most powerful interventions are not in the treatment room. Aging happens at a cellular level and no treatment can touch that. Let's start with the biggest misconception in beauty. People still believe that aging happens at a skin level. It doesn't. What you see in the mirror is often the final expression of what's been happening underneath for decades. The wrinkle isn't the problem, the sagging, those are all symptoms of the problem. Let's get down to the root cause. To understand it, we need to be looking at biological aging as well as structural aging. When we're young, the face is supported by strong bone, toned muscle, resilient fascia, healthy fat pads underneath that act as a cushion for our skin, and then a firm collagen-rich skin. Everything sits just where it's supposed to. But as we age, these structures begin to change. Bone density declines, particularly around the eyes, jawline, mid-face. Our facial muscles lose their strength and tone, and that fascia, which is the connective tissue that links everything, becomes less elastic. And then we have circulation that slows, lymphatic flow becoming less efficient, and of course that skin on top loses its collagen, elastin, and the precious hydration. All of these together are contributing to jowling, nasolabial folds, hollowness around the eyes, crepey skin, droopy lids, you get it. When you look to skincare or even Botox or topical hyaluronic acid filler, you're not addressing the root causes that are leading to that sagging in the first place. That's structural aging. Let's talk about biological aging. Scientists have identified a group of biological processes called the hallmarks of aging. These are the mechanisms that drive aging throughout the body, some of which are chronic inflammation, mitochondrial dysfunction, cellular senescence, DNA damage, reduced cellular repair, hormone decline, stem cell exhaustion, and many more. You don't need to memorize any of these. What matters is understanding that aging is happening at a cellular and mitochondrial level. The exciting part is that many of these processes are modifiable. Unlike your chronological age, your biological age is heavily influenced by your daily decisions and lifestyle. Let's talk about some of those. First, muscle mass. Muscle matters so much more than collagen that we're constantly obsessed with in beauty. Muscle is truly what creates and provides all that tone that holds up the skin and creates youthfulness and those contours of our faces. After the age of 30, adults lose approximately 3 to 8% of their muscle every decade, and it becomes harder and harder to build with age. Most people think that muscle is just about strength, but that is the longevity organ. We absolutely need good muscle tone for stability, for sugar metabolism, and again, for those facial contours and just looking healthy overall. This is why strength training is the most powerful anti-aging tool available to us today. Second is protein intake, and this is so important. We have collagen, elastin, hair, fascia, muscle, hormones, enzymes, and neurotransmitters. All are built from amino acids, and guess where those come from? Protein. Yet, many women are dramatically under-consuming protein. When protein intake is inadequate, the body prioritizes survival over appearance, meaning you start seeing those brittle nails, your skin starts sagging, your hair is falling out because you simply don't have enough amino acids to continue that regeneration. And yet when we present to dermatologists with sagging, they want to overfill our faces with hyaluronic acid, which never goes away and becomes a big problem later in life. Now, the third cause of aging, and this is a big one, is mitochondrial decline. Mitochondria are responsible for generating cellular energy. This is the energy our entire body runs on. So if the body's trying to repair, let's say, your collagen, it doesn't have enough energy, guess what? That collagen is not being synthesized. Research is very clear on the fact that exercise, red light therapy, high quality sleep, calorie control, metabolic health, and nutrients such as omega-3 fatty acids can help support mitochondrial function, and we have some additional amazing molecules that can help us with that today, like urolithin A and like precursors of NAD like NMN and NR. The fourth driver of aging is chronic inflammation, and this is a big one. Some inflammation is necessary. It is an important part of healing. The issue is chronic inflammation that persists over months and years. Excess sugar, poor sleep, smoking, stress, excess alcohol intake, sedentary lifestyles, and our environment are all contributors to chronic inflammation. Chronic inflammation accelerates collagen breakdown, has been shown to be associated with age-related diseases. Number 5 is blood sugar dysregulation, and this is one of the least talked about, yet one of the biggest contributors to aging today. It's called glycation. This occurs when excess glucose binds to our proteins, which are collagen, elastin. It makes them stiff and less functional. Over time, this contributes to loss of elasticity, lack of firmness, deep wrinkles, and tissue stiffness. Number 6 is sleep. Sleep is the only time that the body is able to recover and regenerate. So we're doing a lot of breakdown during the day, we're digesting, we're busy, we're getting stressed. If you're not getting high quality sleep, you really are not regenerating, you're not repairing. So when it comes to collagen, you're breaking down, but not rebuilding. Number 7 is hormone decline and dysregulation. Hormones influence so much more than you think. They influence collagen, skin thickness, hydration, bone density, muscle mass, mood, and energy. For women in particular, estrogen decline highly impacts the way we age. It is known that in the first 5 years of menopause, we lose about 30% of collagen, which is a very scary thought. Number 8 is circulation and lymphatic flow. Every single cell in our bodies depends on oxygen and nutrient delivery. Healthy circulation helps support tissue function, while lymphatic flow assists with waste removal. Exercise, movement, hydration, and massage are non-negotiable when it comes to skin health. Number 9, often forgotten, is the microbiome. And this is actually where a lot of dermatological advice goes really wrong because it ignores it completely. You see overprescribing of retinoids topically, which dismantles our microbiome on the face, and then overprescribing of antibiotics to heal inflammatory skin conditions like psoriasis or eczema or even acne. Antibiotics get rid of all bacteria, the good and the bad. Now we get into massive dysregulation, and guess what pays for that? It's our overall health and, of course, our skin. The gut microbiome and the skin microbiome influence inflammation, immune function, nutrient absorption, and skin barrier integrity. This is the one reason why digestive health and skin health are directly linked. And finally, environmental exposure. Ultraviolet radiation, blue light, smoking, pollution, all contribute to accelerated aging. This doesn't mean avoid life, it means clean up your environment a bit. Addressing these culprits takes work, consistency, patience, and doesn't sound as exciting as the latest cosmetic procedure. However, this is the one and only way to age better at a cellular level. I created Functional Beauty, and that's truly treating aging at the root cause and understanding everything that contributes to it. And I organized all of this into a guide delineating products, principles, solutions that I believe offer the greatest return on investment. This isn't a sales pitch. This is me sharing my passion, my life's work. My goal is simple, is to change the way the beauty industry thinks about aging, to inform consumers of what works and what doesn't, and to give you the practical roadmap so that you're not constantly scrolling for the next answer. Understanding why you age and what to do about it is empowering. I dropped a link to the Functional Beauty Protocol in the description. I also have so many resources to help you with the right choices for your skin, for your health. You can find those resources on thebeautydoctrine.com. Find me on Substack, and of course here on YouTube as well as TikTok. Until the next video, be well, be safe, be beautiful. Take care.